This is TWiT. As we get closer to the hotly anticipated launch next month of the Apple Watch, details around how Apple will sell it are starting to emerge. Now, Mark Gurman at 9 to 5 Mac is reporting new information about what the Apple Watch process will be like. And Mark joins us now. Welcome to you, Mark Gurman.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for being here. Now, unlike any previous Apple product, the Apple Watch has to be tried on. What are your sources telling you about how Apple plans to manage the large numbers of people who are going to want to try on different models of the Apple Watch?
Right, exactly. So differing from like a Mac, iPhone, or iPad, Apple really wants people to try on the Apple Watch before they purchase and really decide the best casing plus band combination. So basically stores are going to have, as they announced the keynote, a table where a bunch of the watches are going to sit under a glass surface. And each table is going to have at least 10 try-on stations, and that could range up to 20, depending on the size of the store. And basically, there's going to be 4 different sections around the store. There's going to be a try-on section, a sales section split up into people who know what watch they want and people who are still trying to decide, and a section or a zone for people to just ask questions about the watch and learn more about it. And a 4th section just for buying the pricier 18-karat Apple Watch Edition models, and those are going to be managed by what are called experts, people who have extra customer service training, people who have flown to Atlanta, Cupertino, Los Angeles, New York, Sydney, UK, a few other places in February for special Apple Watch training. So only the most trained sales representatives will be able to sell the gold models, which start at $10K.
So, Mark, not all of the stores are going to carry these special $17,000 watches. Is that right?
That's correct. So it's only going to be in certain markets and in certain department stores that Apple's partnering with. So maybe the store at your local mall won't have the Edition models. But we're told most stores have safes in the back now. So it's possible that they'll still have the gold models on display, or they'll be able to order the gold models and store them in the safe until they're picked up. So they're not going to stock them inventory-wise, all the stores, but it seems likely that at some point you'll be able to order one to any Apple store for pickup.
Now, the Apple Watch ships April 24th. Will Apple Watch fans have to wait until that date in order to try one on?
No. So as Apple announced, beginning April 10th, you'll be able to go to any Apple retail store and try on the Apple Watch using that 4-zone setup that I discussed earlier. And Apple is expecting some lines and lots of people coming into stores. And an interesting thing we learned is that 75% to 90% of Apple retail store staff are going to be allocated just to Apple Watch try-ons and answering Apple Watch questions. Wow. Beginning April 10th. So if you're trying to buy an iPhone, they'll probably help you with that too, since they're really pushing Apple Watches and iPhones to be sold together. But if you're looking for something like a Mac or an iPod or whatnot, you might want to go in before the 10th. But of course, like the other 25 to 10%, they're probably really going to be stationed around the new MacBook, which is also coming out on April 10th.
And Mark, do I need to make a reservation for this? I know just going in and getting a Genius Bar appointment can be a real pain in the butt, but this sounds like a nightmare for people who want to just walk in the door without any kind of planning. Do I need to tell them ahead of time?
So reservations are going to be recommended, but not required. And they're currently working on a text message, SMS-based solution to be able to come in, tell them that you're interested in trying on the watch, and then you can go roam around the mall and they'll send you a text message when it's ready for you to come back and try it on. So they don't want people really waiting around and to crowd up the store. If there's no room for you, they'll text you when to come back.